All right, so I just wanted to go over the two that I'm looking at. So I called out GJ buys from last week and the week before that, right? And it's finally heading in that direction. And I assumed that this week, if anything, it would be the week to like aggressively start pushing because we have the close of support on this time frame, which says, okay, cool, everything's cool, we're good, let's continue. So I do expect the highs to be reached for DJ to go right here. So you could say that this is the first take profit level. Okay, now another one that I'm looking very, very, very closely at is this one, right? So this is a phenomena where the monthly looks different, but the 2 month says something completely different. And in this case, it's the fact that the 2 month just created support, beautiful, clean, nice, looks like the next 2 months are going to easily reach the highs. But then when you go to the monthly time frame, you have a double top. It doesn't break, but it looks like it could have easily. And then a bearish candle underneath that is almost saying it wants to continue lower. The only problem I have with this is I don't feel like I can sell it because 2 month flow is still bullish. The 1 month is still technically bullish because if this monthly candle closes bullish in 4 days, or if it's not a strong bearish candle, this whole entire thing is still technically bullish, right? And on top of that, you look immediately to the left as to the level we just tapped. That's a monthly level. That's a monthly liquidity zone. Like that's immediately to the left. That's something you can't ignore and say, oh no, we're gonna continue bearish. I have to be so careful with these. So and then we can go to the 3 week, just to really see everything. This one doesn't close until 4 days from now, right? So go down to the 2 week. The 2 week is the freshest one that just closed. We just created a level of support in that 2 month and monthly level. There's a lot of support happening, and there's a lot of monthly higher than that and weekly time frame confirming that there are bulls here and that will more than likely head back to the upside. So, so with all of that, okay, so the previous weekly candle did create a level of resistance. And I mean, that's honestly the only thing that's causing me to have a little bit more hesitation and say, okay, well, maybe we have to wait for a weekly candle to close back bullish. Or we might not have to go that far because, again, when I go to the 2 week, it's already created. So let's drop down to the daily. Let's see what I would need to see on the daily to be so comfortable with buys. Right now, I do see that I'm sitting above, or not even necessarily sitting, because it's kind of just respecting the EMA. But what matters to me more than EMAs is what's actually happening, like the actual price action, right? And like, I mean, honestly, it looks like pop bullish, but for right now, I'm just trying to take it slow because I could wait for the weekly candle to close bullish, or I could wait for the 3 day candle to close bullish, which I feel like has nice clarity once it comes to institutional cycles that happen on the weekly time frame. Can we not? Hello? Um, honestly, man, honestly. Mm. Cool. So that's what I'm looking at. And if we drop down to the 4 hour, I just gotta always immediately look left and see where I am. Like you see, I kind of started drawing my zones differently. I kind of draw them based off of what's immediately to the left, right? On different time frames. So this is what's happening right now. We're testing the 4 hour level of resistance. Like again, another option of how to go about this is waiting for a solid level of support on the 4 hour, wherever it may be. It's just now that I have like real large amounts of money on the line, I'm more so like I don't mind waiting for a weekly candle close, a monthly candle close, because we're not trying to put our money, you know, in the markets when the institutional and the billionaires have not placed their money first. I'm always just gonna want to follow after them. I've spent years trying to assume what they're gonna do, and I know how that looks on your account. It looks like shit. So that's why I realized patience really is key. But I'm chilling for right now. Here are NZD buys, Gbpjpy buys. Is there anything else? I'm kind of like bearish on oil right now, but then again, that's not enough. Although it could be because it's at like an all-time high, including touching these trend lines. Um, but I do see some some bears coming in for oil. It's just it might not be long term yet because there's a lot of like rebalancing that needs to happen, I think, first. Right. But until then, yeah, I'm just focusing on honestly the cross pairs. I'm barely looking at the dollar related stuff because it's been consolidating for so long and I'm just like not meant to trade in consolidating markets. And after a while, it just gets really frustrating. So that's why I went back to some of these cross pairs that have no problem trending. So yeah, we'll see. Happy trading.